Come on. Oh, barely, my bits are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bits are off. Everything was better off. Felt the risk, I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstaying bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bits are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bits are off. Everything was better off.
Hey, how fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta.
Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
Let's go.
Ready.
Mike's 56.
I got it.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I got you, pop. Shit. Eddie! Eddie, watch the whip. Eddie!
Newton now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
20. Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Bell. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. The 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's It's a big run that time by Bell. 43 yards.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I get him.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Ready? 390. Mike 5-4. Some got man.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Set 180. Black 15. Check me out. Red. Set.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the... Touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Don't get nervous. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So 190. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 5'9". You gonna take? Behind.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's got his man, Hilton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line.
First down, New Orleans.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Done. Round 80. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check 12.
Play fake. Rivers. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
54. Hey, Delta. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's get that ball, man.
Here's Rivers. Complete. Smith has it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Now Rivers on 4th down. The open man is Smith. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. Orange 4. Get that quarterback. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch.
Rivers. He's got Smith here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Rivers. He completes this one to Mack. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On third down, Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now left side on the swing pass.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. He's crashing.
On second down now. It's Bell, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're a go.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Rivers now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at first and 10. Throwing, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit. You got 4. 31's the mic.
Throwing again. Rivers. And this one complete to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. 12. 4 down. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. After the run, Newton going to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the second down throw on target. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw on 3rd down, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now it's Newton. Completes it to Samuel. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A run by Bell on first down, going to go nowhere as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Greg. Mike 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Out of the gun, Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 33.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A first down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it with Bell. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Well, a design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Taken down back at the 15-yard line.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey!
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the...
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Throwing Rivers. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
First down, New Orleans.
Rivers now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Red Delta!
Again, it's Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Hey, Haywood!
Another try after the first down sack. Rivers, and Thomas has it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Rivers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Fourth down, Rivers. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers will get the football back. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Hawthorne. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Burns, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Buying time to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long for Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should safety Eric Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offense this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now Bell, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll go again with Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First down, Saints.
54 Mike. Hey, ready.
A first down throw here for Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.